Hello again, this is John, and this video is going to be about setting the zigzag timing on a Singer, what is this, a Singer 758 sewing machine. When I first got this sewing machine, the timing of the zigzag of the needle going down on each side was off, and now I've got it so when the needle pierces the fabric, it's out on each edge and is timed properly. But when I initially got it, I'll later on in the video I'll show you how it used to be. But if you look now, the needle switches when it's at the highest position from side to side. And when I first got the machine, the needle was switching as it was down, piercing the fabric. It would move from one side to the other. So the timing was off on that, so I'm going to show you how to reset the timing on one of these machines. So I'll show you now that the timing between the swing of the needle side to side is not correct. And I'll go slowly. See, the needle is just now coming down, and it should go down and stay in the right side position while it's all the way down and then back up again. But if you look at it now, it goes down and swings to the side, comes back up, goes down, swings over to the other side and comes back up. So as you can see, the timing is very off on this. If you can picture the needle going through something, it goes down, and it's supposed to go down and stay in the position that it's at and then come back up in that same position, but it's coming down, and you can see it's dragging this piece of cloth over to the side, the left side, and then the needle's coming back up. The needle goes in, drags it over to the right side and comes back up. So the timing of this needle is off in relation to everything else. So that's what we're going to do in this video, is show you how to correct the timing. Okay, now we're at the top of the machine, and here's the cam, and this is the swing mechanism that controls the needle position. So to get the cam out, we set the zigzag width to 0, and that takes the tension of this lever off of the cam. Then we can just pop the cam out. Next thing to do is to take off this top stud, which holds this is the spring. This part that's spinning around is just a loose spring, but it holds the cam in position when the cam is snapped into place. So I've already loosened that with a screwdriver, so it's only finger tight. Take that off, being careful not to drop anything into the bottom of the machine. And now what are exposed are 3 slots on this steel piece on top. Inside those 3 slots, they just happen to line up right now, is 3 screw heads. But those screw heads may be underneath this part, where you just need to spin this around until the screws appear under those slots. So once that happens, you take a screwdriver and loosen those 3 screws. Now by loosening those, now this tab that pokes up into the cam is free to swivel around. Once we have the 3 screws loosened up enough that this can spin around, we pop the cam back on. Now the needle's at the bottom of its stroke, and at that point the timing mark needs to line up with the zigzag lever right there. So if you can see that, here's the timing mark on the zigzag cam, And this is the zigzag lever with a little indicator on the end of that. Now we get those exactly lined up, take the cam off, tighten the screws back up, and then we put it back together and see how well it works. Put the little spring and the screw back down on top, snap the cam back in place, put zigzag back to maximum, and then we watch the needle to see how it reacts. So the needle is all the way to the right side, it's coming down and it pierces, comes up, and it is clear of the fabric before it starts to transition to the other side. And now it's all the way to the left side, and then it pierces, and then it comes up again, and then it transitions over to the right, goes down, comes up, transitions to the left, and so now our zigzag timing is correct again. You look for the 3 slots underneath this screw here, and you just loosen those 3 screws, spin this around with the cam on it until the timing marks line up, tighten it back down, and then check your timing. So thank you for watching this video.